welcome back to another episode. We are now in December or end of November, or whatever. How these episodes are lining up with the real world. Well, I just bought some prizes, and I'm still kind of like dealing with things Mr. Pennypacker has told me. He told me he's given me kind of a this jewelry store I'll just go to, just hang out, and kind of gives me time to think. I mean, he said he was going to give me all next year to try to figure out if, this was for me or not, or maybe he's going to try to, like, put me somewhere else. I don't know. He said that, but he warned me that this dimension he put me in, it has two compartments. One is a paradise realm, which is this, and then the other one is more of a Gehenna or a hell world. It's you know, kind of chaotic and crazy. He actually argued that 2011 zone, that was basically it. That it's full of craziness and chaos because you're dealing with all kinds of like messed up AI. Hey, you played video games long enough. You listening to this, you've played video games long enough. You play games like, where just things get absolutely crazy, guys. So, I don't know. I miss playing, my FPS games. I miss playing like classic Call of Duty and playing like Halo and stuff. It would be great to go back to that or something, or just good old Xbox 360 type stuff, And but that big old but. We're gonna have to figure this out. Like I said, I think Mr. Pennypacker took away my ability to be a genius and think up, different, especially how to hack a matrix. I could probably get out of this if he hadn't done that. But I'm out. I'm out in the real world here. Oh, outside the mall, just kind of looking at the world around me. And I mean, it's kind of weird because it's, you're kind of like, well, I need to get out of here. And it's kind of like, why? This is your world, man. I mean, the only thing this mall needs, it just needs a bookstore, and it needs an operational movie theater. And it also, you know what? It needs a music store with like full of like 80s and 90s music, and a little R2D2 staring at the wall. He just needs patched, right? Got another one staring at the wall too. He needs patched. A lot of people just need patched in life. Yeah, I found a little treasure chest here, and it's got it got some tickets. And see, got a like a figamabob and a paddle. So that's cool. Oh, just wandering around outside here, and try to. Now, of course, it kind of helps when you actually can remember where you came from. I came from that 2011 zone. Now I'm here. I do miss having to be like doing like a game show, it's like, hey, Final Fantasy 13-2 is coming out. We're gonna play that. Remember that? I didn't really like that game, but I realized that Mr. Pennypacker mentioned there's a new Final Fantasy 16, and it's just, he said it's not even an RPG. It's just an action game with 2-hour movie segments, 2 hours of FMV. Full. I mean, what? Yeah, unskippable cutscenes. 2 hours. 2 hours. I think it's kind of like someone said, like, should we make a new movie, like an animated movie for the people, or do we make a video game? Well, someone said, well, how about both? No, no, I don't think so. It's just times in life where you got to say, I don't think so. But you know, it's kind of interesting with most people, in my opinion. I think a lot of people are like, you know, we're kind of like products of our environment. If you come from a world full of malls and fast food and stuff like that, that's your world. I know somebody could say like, "Oh, but I went to college and now I'm taught about a socialist utopia and that's so much better." And it's like, well, not really. That's not what you were born with. You're born with a capitalist world with with lots of money and lots of junk food, junk food and arcade games and movie theaters and like, sorry buddy, you don't like it. And I'm garbage dumping right now. I found rubber bands. Well, that's apparently a weapon I could use against bullies. Bully robots. I haven't run into that. So it's almost like stop speeding here. You do go dumpster diving. Dumpster diving. You're a product of your environment. If you dumpster dive, you're a product of your environment, literally. But yeah. Seeing if there's something kind of interesting here. I could act like Hacksaw Jim Duggan with the 2x4. That's a. That's just a. I guess somebody could do this, and then they could take it to the pawn shop and make some money. There's a survival mode I saw, and you can do that. That's why. But you're a product of your environment. If you were born in a small village in the Soviet Union, yeah, you'd be used to the communist propaganda. You wouldn't think any differently. Like, I mean, the back in the day when sometimes people from the Soviet Union would visit the Western world, they would be blown away at the amount of choices. The malls, all that stuff that blew their mind away because they were so used to just you know being being shown one kind of a product, that was made by the government, and that's the way it was. Oh, a little R2D2 with a little skateboard. They stop for you. They just don't really talk to you. I mean, when I'm kind of antisocial, so that I kind of like appreciate them. They don't bother me. I kind of like that. So, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like I'm trying to like ponder, of this virtual world I'm in. Yeah. Speaking in character here, I know. I'm not sure if a person at home is like going, "Is this guy working me? Is like is he like, is this who he really is? Is he just doing a bit? It's a bit. It's a bit. It's like pro wrestling, like the Hulkster's acting a certain way, or John Cena or Roman Reigns. It's not who they really are. So just to let you know. But yeah, I missed you know sometimes playing new games, even if they aren't that great. I like to kind of keep up with things. But I do like the small. I do like Mr. Pennypacker, putting me in this world, in a way. But I'm trying to ponder this, and of course it doesn't help when the idiot gives me a memory block, and I know why he does it, because he thinks I'm somehow dangerous. I'm not dangerous to any world. Or am I? Oh, oh, oh. Well, heading back to the Aladdin Castle here. I like the fact they call it like a arcade castle, because the reality is that's the that was the arcade I had, was Aladdin Castle. What I think happened was Aladdin Castle. I forgot my basketball, guys. Um, Aladdin Castle. I think we're at the end of the show here, but you know, Aladdin Castle was owned by Namco, and so there was a lot of Aladdin's castles in the country. So it wasn't just where I lived. But I'll see you guys next time. We'll try to ponder this a little more. Maybe this is the world for me. Maybe not. Maybe we're gonna figure out how to get out of here. Don't know why I went an extra minute. Well, see you next time.